Okay, let's go to Dion, who's a Liverpool fan. Dion, good evening.
How we doing, boys? All right.
All right, Dion. What did you make of the answers there from Gareth Southgate and the performance tonight?
Just before I go into that, boys, I need to rant a minute. I just need to get it off my chest.
Go on.
But I'm fuming with that. Like, back in 2018, boys, I thought Gareth Southgate was a major reason why we got the semi-finals of the World Cup. I could see why he played the system he did. And I literally think it helped maximise our potential. But then you look back at some of the players that he took. Phil Jones, Fabian Delph, Jesse Lingard, Ashley Young, Danny Welbeck. They all went. Like, England were a very, very average side with a world-class striker. We were basically what Poland are now. But since then, like, some of the players that have come through, the likes of Reece James, Trent, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Sancho, and loads more. Southgate's not maximising these players' potential anymore. He hasn't adapted to at all, like, in no way, shape or form, boys. The run to the Euros final was unbelievable, but it's clear that was just papering over the cracks for me. I do not care that the World Cup's only 5 months away. If England have any shred of hope of doing well in it, Southgate needs to go, and he needs to go now.
Do you really believe that, though, Dion? Does he? Does he walk? I mean, who comes in? Who takes over? You're talking about changing. We've got 2 games before the World Cup starts, Dion. You change a manager. The manager comes in. He's got 2 games.
I know, Jamie, it sounds absolutely crazy, but and for me, there's only one man for the job, and it's Graham Potter, and I'll tell you why. Apart from Liverpool and Manchester City, for me, Brighton play the best football in the Premier League. They're absolutely unbelievable to watch. They just do not have a striker to finish off them chances. Now, can you imagine the likes of Phil Foden, Grealish, Trent, Reece James playing all those passes to Harry Kane? We'd be like a prime Spain. We'd be unbelievable. Southgate's absolutely killing us. It's so negative. It's an absolute joke.
Dion, would you have Potter at Liverpool?
When Klopp goes?
Yeah.
100%.
So talk to me about Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 2.
How do you mean?
What are you going on about?
Well, I'm just saying, you're a Liverpool fan, right?
Yeah.
Bad defeats happen, right?
Right.
So, do you remember when Klopp went through his worst record at Anfield?
Jason.
No, Dion. I'm asking you a question. I'd like. Do you remember that record when Burnley beat you at home?
What, when we had no defence? Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. Do you remember that when Chelsea beat you at home?
Yeah. When we had no defence, I remember it.
Yeah. Well, Southgate, if you just listen to his interview, isn't his strongest team?
Right.
Come on, Chase.
No, hold on. Let Dion speak. Dion. I'm asking you a question. All I'm doing is throwing the criticism you've had at South. Look, I'm not defending Southgate. I'm trying to add some balance because you're a Liverpool fan, and what you're doing now. Had this happened to Liverpool, there is no way you'd be calling for Klopp's head.
Because Klopp's won things. What's Southgate won?
No, that's irrelevant, right? That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
No,
it's not irrelevant. It's very relevant.
Okay, how long did it take Klopp to win something?
4 years, maybe right. 4 years.
Where were you phoning up saying get rid of Klopp?
Because it was a project we were building. Southgate's been there 6 years.
No, hold on. This is totally different, right? He has the rules should still apply, right? What you're talking about is a league manager. Klopp went through one of the worst records he's had ever as a home manager, right?
Right.
You were getting beat. You having your pants pulled down at Anfield every single time you played.
It wasn't.
They were. They went through a dreadful.
No Premier League experience.
They went through a dreadful time.
But Jurgen Klopp had won things before he went to Liverpool. He was already a world-class manager.
Are we now? Hold on.
So I mean, you're going to have a bad game. You're going to have a bad week. Gareth Southgate hasn't won anything with England. He's had this group.
Then he's on to a loser from the start, isn't he? Let's just have a. So you want Southgate out after 4 bad games?
Jason, in the World Cup and in the Euros, name me one decent team we beat on the run there. One decent
Germany.
Team we beat. What? Tell me what bang average. They went to Germany.
Well, I've answered your question. You don't like the answer, Dion. I can't help it.
Germany was not Germany. Germany, that was not. They were done. That was
10 years ago when they had no players.
I know, but he asked the question. I've answered it. You don't like the answer. That's not my problem.
They weren't as good as they are 10 years ago.
If I'd said to you, Dion, we beat Hungary, what would you say?
The bang average.
They're just beating us.
Yeah, but they are bang average. But we're bang average.
Sorry, did you see Germany last tournament? They're not bang average.
No, they're not now.
No.
They're not now.
Did you
because
see them
they've improved. They've got a better manager. And
So
a
do you
better
see them in the
outfit.
Euros? They're not bang average.
Who?
Germany. Hungary. Sorry.
What are you going on about?
Did you see them in the last tournament?
Who?
Hungary.
Germany or Hungary? Who are you talking about?
Hungary. Did you watch them? They're not bang average.
Oh, come on.
All I'm saying,
come on.
I'm just trying to add. Look, what's going to happen tonight is going to be a pile-on, right? It's going to be an absolute pile-on. And Dion, what you've just phoned up and said, I've asked you questions about your own manager, and you can't answer them honestly, because if your manager had done what you would not say the same thing, Dion. Be honest. What's he won? So he's won two domestic cups this season. Klopp.
Right.
2 domestic cups.
Jason, come on. Dion, listen, I want to move on because we've got so many to get through, but you're talking absolute rubbish. You can't compare Jurgen Klopp getting beat once by Aston Villa 7-2, a man who's won every single competition he's been at with Liverpool. With Gareth Southgate, who's won nothing, and he's lost the dressing room, he's lost the players, and the fans have turned on him. You can't compare.
I'm not comparing. I'm asking Dion the question that he doesn't want to be asked. He doesn't really ask that question. 7-2.
He answered the question.
If Southgate got beat 7-2 tonight, right, in a one-off game, right, Dion would phone up because Dion hates Southgate. Everyone, I don't get it, right? I'm not here to defend tonight's performance. It was a shambles. It was. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't that long ago. Your side, Spurs, Conte was absolute. I watched him trudging up and down at Burnley when Sean Dyche pulled his pants down. Right? The Spurs fans are I don't know what's going on, right? I want him out.
Hold on.
Conte's not the right man.
Jason, that was a process with Tottenham.
Take a breather.
We've got 2 games.
It's 4 bad games in 10 days.
We've got 2 games left before we play Iran in the World Cup.
Jamie, it's 4.
We just got beat 4-0.
It was bad, wasn't it?
It's embarrassing.
Jamie.
You cannot expect that to be, calm down, lads. It's not great. It wasn't great tonight, but we'll move on. Let's go again. No, it's England. You got beat 4-0 at home.
I remember Arsenal fans at the beginning of the season, bottom of the table they were. Arsenal, get rid of Arteta. Get rid of him.
They still should.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Finished 5th.
Let's go to Tony. He's a Spurs fan. Tony.
Evening, lads. How we doing?
Oh, good, Tone. Look,
Tony, add some clarity to this. Please help me out, Tony.
Jason, listen, I'm listening to you. Do you know what? You make a lot of sense. Jamie, listen, I usually support you, Jamie, but I'll tell you something. Like, you're really marching up the wrong road here, mate. What Jason's saying is right. Yeah, you're not comparing Klopp with Southgate. You're comparing the scenario. The scenario is, so you have a little bit of bad form and everything else goes out the window. This is what's wrong with football in my eyes. I'm 37 years old. This is what's wrong with football this day and age. That managers don't get long enough to prove themselves.
Hold on.
Not just...
Tone, you're talking about... This isn't about form. We've had 2 major tournaments that we've flopped in at the last hurdle. Italy haven't even qualified. Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup. A massive opportunity that was lost. And Southgate got it wrong on that day. In the semi-final of the World Cup, we get knocked out from poor tactical decisions, and then all of a sudden, this is not friendly. This is not Mickey Mouse Cup. This is UEFA Nations League. You want to win this cup? It's a tournament. It's a tournament. You've just got beat 4-0. We're going to get relegated. England are going to get relegated out of the UEFA Nations League.
Relegated into what?
Into another part of the Nations League.
Jamie, give it a rest. Listen. Yeah, what was the Nations League created for? It was created to eradicate friendlies. Yeah, so this is basically a friendlies, but they've
still got a
bow on the top.
It's not a friendly. It's a tournament.
That's what they got rid of the friendlies.
And there's no friendlies when you're playing for England, and you've got a World Cup coming up. 2 games left.
Well, that was. We've got a World Cup coming. I've got to be quiet. I'm walking down the road. So we've got a World Cup coming.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Tony,
down the road.
Tony,
shout, Tony,
yeah.
shout.
Tony, where are you?
No,
where are you?
Listen, I'm outside. Slow down.
Tony, are you near your house?
Yeah, I've just walked off the driveway. Yes.
Okay. Are you outside your own house, Tone?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Are the curtains twitching?
No, she's already been at the blinds. I told her I'm on the phone. Listen.
Right, okay, Tone, take a deep breath, Tone. Don't let Jamie wind you up, mate. Honestly,
Tone, come on. You need to give me more. What? I haven't heard your point yet.
Tube stations after Southgate a year or so ago. Like, listen, they were going on roundabouts, spray painting red lines across them because everyone got behind them. Now, what? Listen, you've got to be some mindless football supporter if these people, after 4 games, you're doing this. Listen, they're treating us friendlies. You'd rather he makes his mistakes in these these games than rather make some mistakes.
They're not mistakes, Tony. Tony, they're not mistakes. They're not mistakes. And football changes very quickly. You know that. That is why managers turn over so much in the Premier League, at international level. You know what it's like. You're never safe in the job. It doesn't matter whether you get a statue a year ago. But if you put in performances like that, if you make them tactical decisions, if you're blaming young players on the pitch, if you're picking them players and they're not performing, it's on your head. Gareth Southgate is getting it wrong. He's, in my opinion, watching that tonight, he's lost that dressing room. Them players are looking at them tactics and they're looking at the ideas and the creativity in the group, and there's nothing there. It's nowhere near good enough.
Listen. Look at the players that we're using. Our squad is full of proper international, elite players. Not international, but they've gone through all the motions, all through Champions League. They've had a hell of a season. Yeah, they're tired, mate. You can see all these players want to do. Half of them probably on the flight to Dubai right about now. Like they're knackered, mate. They're absolutely, and you're expecting 10 out of 10 performances with a makeshift team where he's trying different things and trying this and trying that. Like, I don't understand why people are on his back so much. When it counts, when it matters, yeah, we've provided. Last two tournaments, we've provided. Yeah, we made the semi-finals and we made the finals. Yeah, we didn't win either. But so what? I'm a Spurs fan.
Tony.
Like, we've made finals. We haven't won nothing.
Tone, you're shouting again outside your own house, mate.
Oh, sugar. Sorry.
Don't do that, mate.
Tone, thanks for your call.